and stay cool. It's not looking great outside, so let's go in and make some awesome 3D prints. Spinning tops have been around since the first Egyptian architect flipped a pyramid upside down and spun it around. And I just made that up, but you get the point. And just to get you started looking for tops, I found a few different ones that I really like. Well, this first spinning top looks really cool, and it even comes in two different sizes. One for big hands and one for little hands. They print fast and easy. With a quick dab of glue, you can get straight to having fun. And these zip tops, well, they print and work great. I had no issues with the print, and it actually went pretty fast. Grabbing that handle and watching the top zoom across the table or the floor, well, that's extremely satisfying. This fantasy spinning top, it's based on a pretty classic top with one exception. It comes in pieces. Well, that makes it so easy to print. The only thing you need is just a little bit of glue. I love doing things that you can print in multiple colors, and these separate parts here, that makes it really simple for you to do on any 3D printer. You can print out a few using different colors and mix and match before you glue it together. What would really set this apart from the rest though is if you print it in white filament like I did here. Then just use some color pens or markers, whatever, to make it your own one-of-a-kind masterpiece. Now this last top I found are pretty awesome, but not really COVID-19 approved. They're blow spinning tops. And I did have some issues with some printing a little bit. You probably need a Core XY or at least slow that printing down on your bed slinger. The long tubes are basically just straws, so if you keep having issues with them or you just don't want to print them, just use an actual straw. You just use the straw to blow down into the middle or off to the edge on the top, and that keeps it going. So why don't you try it? See who can keep the top going the longest before they pass out. No, don't do that.
What were you thinking?
Well, cup holders don't have to be expensive or boring looking when you can 3D print your own. I found these two really sturdy options, and they have some different uses for each one. One of them just basically sets right down onto the sand to hold your favorite beverage, but the other does double duty because it has some little knobs sticking out here, and that'll help you hold down your beach towel as well. These could also be useful while playing outdoor games like horseshoes or cornhole, or just sitting in your lawn chair. I mean, you could even try throwing them like lawn darts if you want, but I'm not recommending that.
Who's up for a game of lawn darts?
Well, the Planador,
Let's try that again.
Plane. But regardless, this is a super easy and a super quick print. I can imagine knocking out a bunch of these in different colors and launching them in the air as fast as you can. Now, a lot of you have probably seen the Pocket Copter. If you have a bamboo printer, you've probably seen it on there as well. Well, this is another option for you, and this toy is another one that's just begging for you to have an entire armada and then launch them all at one time. It's another really easy print. It'll get you up and flying in no time, and I kind of want to ramp this one up and see how big I can get it. Anybody up for a challenge?
Challenge accepted.
Learning to tell time on an old-fashioned clock, you know, with all the hands and everything, that seems to be as much of a lost skill as cursive writing. Well, fortunately, this sundial right here is all digital. And I found the original version and a remix that makes use of a little simpler design here. The remix has a really nice fixed base that looks a lot better than the original concept that connects to a glass jar full of coins or screws. And if you do make the remix, you don't need to print that cap unless you plan on using it on a jar later. Now, the original version has all the instructions you're going to need. The remix doesn't. And I will caution you to make sure you look at the pictures and put everything on facing in the right direction, or you're going to have to take it apart. Guess how I know this? They do have a few screw sizes listed, but honestly, anything that holds it should just work fine. Also, they do recommend ABS if you're going to leave it outside, but I did PLA and just moved it inside after marveling at how incredible it was. Well, obviously, these different prints, they're not the only ones out there, not even in all these different genres. The spinning tops alone have thousands of options across all the databases online. If you find one that really works great, be sure to comment and let us all know where to get it. So get your family involved with making these prints and have a lot of fun as we all continue to learn, create, and amaze. And stay cool.
It went up my nose.